Hey everyone, thank you for watching our budget and pet-friendly road trip adventure, where we embarking on a journey from Arizona in search of natural hot springs and wildflowers in California. Traveling with pets doesn't have to break the bank. I have planned our trip to include stays at free using reward points on credit cards and low-cost hotels with small or no pet fees at all. I usually look for places that have good reviews with high customer ratings. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Thank you for your support.
Xin chào mọi người, cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi chuyến phiêu lưu tự lái xe của Juliet và hai em thú cưng Toupy và Kobe. Cuộc hành trình này được bắt đầu từ Arizona để tìm kiếm suối nước nóng tự nhiên và hoa dại ở California. Đi du lịch cùng thú cưng không nhất thiết phải tốn quá nhiều tiền. Juliet đã lên kế hoạch cho chuyến đi của mình, bao gồm thời gian lưu trú miễn phí bằng cách sử dụng điểm thưởng trên thẻ tín dụng và khách sạn giá rẻ với mức phí thấp hoặc hoàn toàn không tính phí cho thú cưng. Juliet thường tìm những nơi có review tốt với khách hàng cho điểm cao. Vì vậy các bạn nhớ like, chia sẻ, đăng ký và để lại bình luận cho chúng tôi nhé. Cảm ơn rất nhiều. After a few hours on the road, we arrive at the Salton Sea, California's largest lake. It covers almost 350 square miles of the California desert at an elevation that's only a few feet higher than Death Valley Badwater Basin. The water is twice as salty as the Pacific Ocean. You might think it's a mirage when you first see it from a distance, an optical illusion formed by shimmering heat waves rising from the desert floor, and it's disappearing fast. In fact, it should never have been there in the first place. You must hurry, go see the Salton Sea before it's gone or changed forever. Top 4 things to do at the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea is a fascinating place with an otherworldly look about it. During some part of the year, it's an excellent place for bird watching. It is also a popular site for camping, boating, and fishing. However, algae that grow in the lake blooms in the early spring and summer. When it dies, it stings, but it only lasts part of the year. The 14 miles of the northeastern shore is a state park with several beaches and campgrounds. Boating, because of the high salt content, boats flow better than they do in fresh water. Engines operate more efficiently at low elevation. That earned the Salton Sea a reputation as one of the fastest lakes in the U.S. Fishing. Increasing saltiness in the Salton Sea basin has limited the types of fish in the lake. Most of them are tilapia, and there are no legal limits. Fishing is best from June to September, and you do need a valid fishing license. Bird watching. The Salton Sea is on the Pacific Flyway, therefore attracting 400 species of migratory birds. They pass through between October and January. Photography. Extraordinary landscapes, abandoned buildings and cities, and flocks of migrating birds draw photographers year-round. It's worth to put Salton Sea on your bucket list to visit for sure. Next stop, Bombay Beach is situated along the shores. The town has a number of abandoned buildings and structures, including homes, businesses, and even an abandoned yacht club. These remnants of the town's past give it a somewhat eerie and post-apocalyptic feel, from resort to ghost town. The Salton Sea was once a vacation destination for the rich and famous. However, the rising salinity levels and toxic agricultural runoff led to the fish die-offs and drowns. As a result, the area transformed into a ghost town. The toxic fumes and environmental issues persist, contributing to its eerie atmosphere. Fun facts: the Salton Sea is one of the world's largest inland seas. Once upon a time, it was 45 miles long and 25 miles wide. In some places, you cannot see the opposite shore because of the Earth's curvature. It's also one of the lowest spots on the planet at 227 feet below sea level.
The story of the Salton Sea. Its story began on Martin Earth when spring floods escaped irrigation canals, gushing into an ancient lake bed. By the time engineers got the flood under control, the Salton Sea was full of water. Today, that water sits landlocked and the sea is shrinking fast. Only a trickle of fresh water flows in. Water doesn't flow out naturally. It goes out only by evaporation or when it is sold to local water authorities. As the seas dry up, minerals become more concentrated, making it 30% saltier than the ocean. Areas that were once underwater are exposed to the sun and wind, and thus becomes a problem. The Salton Sea is 30 miles south of Indio on California Highway 111 or 86. It depends on which side of the sea you are going to. It's about 4-hour drive from Phoenix, Arizona, or 3 hours drive from Los Angeles or San Diego. Where to stay? The Salton Sea State Recreation Area has campgrounds around the shore, but as the sea dries up, they are gradually closing. We drove by and stopped at 3 privately owned campgrounds and hot spring resorts. I used hotspringlocator.com website to search for the hot springs nearby. Our first stop was Fountain of Youth Resort and Spa, about 8 miles away from the Salton Sea. The resort is sitting in the stunning desert landscape next to the Chocolate Mountains, surrounded by miles of hiking and biking trails. Hot mineral water flows out of the 350-foot well at 131 degrees F. There are 3 hot spas, 1 raw mineral spa, 3 personal soaking tubs, 1 salt water pool, 1 chlorinated pool, and his and her private steam rooms. The resort is pet-friendly with dog parks, walking and pet paths, and even a pet spa. Our next stop was Klamath North Hot Spring Resort, only a few miles from our first stop, which also has cabins and $75 pet fee per stay. Emerging from the San Andreas Fall at 160 degrees F, the hot springs water is highly mineralized with no sulfur smell. There are 14 hot tubs, 2 swimming pools, and 1 soaking pool. I got a day pass for $25 per person. The hot spring here offer a relaxing soak for me and a chance for my dogs to stretch their legs.
Our last stop was POV Resort, just 10 minutes away from our first stop. Nature's healing water, high in mineral, flows in, from 530 feet deep with the earth into the well at 150 degrees. There is a heated swimming pool, a jacuzzi, and 6 mineral hot tubs. Well, we decided to stay in the town of Brawley at Days Inn by Wyndham, about 30 minutes or 33 miles away. We have booked a free one-night stay using Wyndham Visa Rewards points. The hotel offers free parking, free breakfast, and no pet fees. Our king bedroom was spacious and super clean with a refrigerator and a microwave. There was open space for picnic and playground area to walk my dogs around. Water bottles and juices were available at no charge all day at the front office. It was a safe and quiet neighborhood with gas stations and fast food restaurants close by. Overall, we really enjoyed our stay.